Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Lauren, I'm a physiotherapist, and today I want to guide you through a pelvic girdle friendly workout. So if you're pregnant and currently experiencing pain either at the front of your pelvis or the back, this workout is perfect for you. You'll just need yourself, a mat, a ball and a resistance band. I want you to stand with your knees slightly bent and we're going to complete some standing posterior pelvic tilts. So I want you to tuck your hips underneath, pretend your hips are a bucket of water and you're trying to tip water out the back of your bucket. As you tip water out the back of your bucket, I want you to exhale, draw your ribs down to meet your hips at the front, and as you come back to the starting position, I want you to inhale. We have 2 more pelvic tilts in this position, so exhale as you tuck your hips under, inhale as you come back to the starting position, exhale to tuck your hips under for your final time, and inhale to come back to the starting position. We're now going to do the same thing but in a staggered stance, so I want you to pop your right foot behind your left foot. Again, keep a soft bend in your knee, and we're going to complete those posterior pelvic tilts again. So as you exhale, tuck your hips underneath. We've got 4 more here. Inhale, coming back to the start position. You should feel a lovely stretch down the front of your hip flexor on the right leg as you complete your posterior pelvic tilt. We've got a couple more on this side and then we'll swap over to the other side. So inhale as you come back to the starting position and exhale as you tilt your hips underneath for one final time. Come back to the starting position, and now we're going to pop our left leg slightly behind our right leg, feeling that nice hip flexor stretch on the left side. So exhale as you tuck your hips underneath, bringing your ribs down towards your chest, hugging your baby in towards your spine. We have 3 more in this position. This exercise is really good at priming our core and our pelvis for what's to come, and can be a really beneficial warm-up exercise whenever you go to do any form of workout if you are experiencing pelvic girdle pain, because it really helps to draw up the pelvic floor and support that area during pregnancy. We are now going to complete some posterior pelvic tilts down on all fours. So if you come onto your hands and knees, get yourself into a lovely neutral spine position, and we are going to think about tucking those hips underneath again whilst we draw our belly button up towards our spine, hugging our baby at the front. We're going to do 5 pelvic tilts in this position. So this is a lovely way to remove any kind of strain that is going through your back. So if you are experiencing pelvic girdle pain posteriorly, so at the back in your SI joints, then this is a really good movement for you. You want to exhale again as you tuck your hips underneath and inhale as you come back to the starting position. And now we are going to move up into half kneeling. So I want you to bring your left leg forwards, and again we're going to complete those pelvic tilts, and you should feel an even deeper stretch down the right hip flexor when we are doing it in this position. So we've got 5 on each side, again making sure to inhale as you come back to the starting position and exhale as you tuck your hips underneath, draw your pelvic floor up towards you as if you were holding in a wee. Inhale to return to the starting position, and we've got 1 more here. So it's only a very small movement at the hips. Your pelvis won't tilt very far because of the stretch that is putting through the front of that right hip flexor and that right thigh. We've now swapped legs, so we've got the right leg in front and we're going to be experiencing that stretch down the left hand side now. So I want you to exhale as you tuck your hips underneath. Inhale as you come back to the starting position, exhale to tuck your hips underneath, inhale to come back to the starting position. I really like to keep my hands on my hips so that I can feel how they're moving, even though the movement is really, really small. We've got a couple more here, so exhale to tuck your hips underneath, inhale to come back to the starting position. It's now time to grab our Pilates ball. So if you take your Pilates ball and come back down into 4-point kneeling and place the ball between your knees, we're going to complete some bear planks with some ball squeezes. So this is going to really engage our core and our adductor muscles, which are really good for supporting around the pelvis. So tuck your toes underneath, hover your knees just a couple of inches off the floor, and I want you to squeeze the ball 5 times, making sure to exhale as you squeeze, inhale as you release. After you've done 5 squeezes, I want you to come back down onto all fours. We're going to complete that 2 more times. So lift your knees off the floor, squeeze the ball in, breathe out, 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 and come back down to the starting position. We're going to do that 1 more time. Keep your toes tucked underneath, lift your knees off the floor. I want you to squeeze the ball as you exhale, and squeeze, and squeeze, and squeeze, and come back down to the starting position. We're now going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to rotate our hips from side to side. So I want you to keep the ball squeezed throughout, but we're going to rotate our hips from left to right to really get some movement into that pelvis, which can be great if it's feeling a little bit stiff and a little bit stuck. We're going to do that twice more. So lifting your knees off the floor, we're going to tilt the pelvis from left to right 5 times, making sure to inhale and exhale naturally, come back to the center and lower your knees back down. We've got that one more time, keeping your toes tucked underneath, lifting your knees off the floor and tilting your hips from side to side 5 times, breathing in and out naturally, and then come back down to the floor. That should have felt like quite a lot of work on your core, so we're going to push back into a well-deserved child's pose, keeping that ball between the knees and making sure we've got enough space for our growing bump. We are now going to come up and over into side lying. So I want you to come to lie on your left hand side, and I want you to pop the ball between your knees, and I want you to bring your legs into a right angle position. So your hips should be at 90 degrees and your knees should be at 90 degrees. From here, we're going to make sure the underside of our waist is lifted. We're going to squeeze the ball between our knees and we're going to turn our top leg into internal rotation. So make sure you squeeze the knees together and then rotate that top leg up into internal rotation as you exhale. Internal rotation is a really good movement that we don't work enough, that can really help to open up the pelvis and the hips and work on those really important muscles that are going to support the pelvis whilst we are going through pregnancy. So we've got a few more in this position. We are doing 8 on each side, so make sure to exhale as you internally rotate and inhale as you come back to the starting position. Exhale and inhale. Squeeze the ball, internally rotate as you exhale and bring the leg back down and release the ball. We are now going to bring our legs out straight and come into some double leg lifts. So I want you to keep the ball squeezed between your legs, lift both legs off the floor just a couple of inches and then release the ball. Squeeze the ball, lift both legs off the floor and release the ball. I want you to exhale as you squeeze and lift, and inhale as you bring your legs back down and release the ball. Exhale as you squeeze the ball and lift. Inhale as you come back down and release the ball. We've got a few more in this position. Again, we are doing 8 repetitions here. Exhale as you squeeze the ball and lift your legs off the floor a couple of inches. Inhale as you lower back down and release the ball. Exhale as you squeeze the ball and lift your leg up a couple of inches. Inhale as you return to the starting position and release the ball. One more time. Exhale as you squeeze the ball, and now we're going to hold our legs lifted and we're going to squeeze the ball and pulse our squeezes between our legs. Keep holding, keep lifting, keep the underside of your waist lifted as you squeeze the ball between your knees and then slowly lower back down to the start position. We're now going to repeat that entire series on the other side. So I want you to come and lie on your right hand side. I want you to pop the ball between your knees again and bring your hips and your knees into a 90-degree angle. We're then going to start with those ball squeezes and internal rotation. So exhale as you squeeze the ball and internally rotate. Inhale as you bring your leg back down. Making sure to really squeeze the ball between your knees before you rotate from your hip. So exhale as you squeeze the ball and you rotate your hip into internal rotation. Inhale as you bring it back down and release the squeeze of the ball. We've got a few more in this position, making sure to keep lifted up on the underside of your waist throughout, because we want to make sure that we have our core engaged throughout the movement. Don't let your hips rock forwards and backwards, and make sure you're in a nice straight line in your spine. So exhale to squeeze the ball and rotate your leg. Inhale to come back to the starting position. Exhale to squeeze the ball and lift your leg. Inhale to come back to the starting position. Exhale to squeeze the ball and lift your leg. Inhale to come back to the starting position. And now we are coming into those double leg lifts. So straighten your legs out, make sure there's a nice long line from your head down to your toes. You're going to squeeze the ball and lift your legs as you exhale. Inhale as you come back down to the starting position. Exhale as you squeeze the ball and lift your legs, and inhale to come back down. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale to come back down. Exhale to squeeze and lift, and inhale to come back down. Exhale to squeeze and lift, keep the ball squeezed throughout that lift, and inhale to come back down. Exhale to squeeze and lift, and inhale to come back down. A few more here. Exhale to squeeze and lift, inhale to come back down, and exhale to squeeze and lift, and inhale to come back down. Exhale to squeeze and lift, And now we have those pulses, so squeezing the ball between our knees, keeping our legs lifted as much as we can and the underside of our waist lifted off the ground as much as we can, really squeezing that ball with the might of our adductor muscles, our inner thigh muscles. Very good, and coming back down to the starting position. We're now going to come and lie on our back and place the ball between our knees in a crook lying position. So we've got our legs bent and we've got our feet flat on the floor. We're now going to return to those posterior pelvic tilts, but we're going to add a ball squeeze. So I want you to tuck your hips underneath and squeeze the ball. As you exhale, I want you to then release the ball and then release the tilt of your hips. So tilt your hips underneath, maintain that tilt as you squeeze the ball between your knees, and then inhale to come back to the starting position. So exhale as you tilt your hips underneath and squeeze the ball between your knees to really engage those adductor muscles. Inhale to come back to the starting position. We've got 8 here all together. Exhale as you squeeze and tilt. Inhale as you release the squeeze and release the tilt. So exhale as you tilt your hips underneath, again thinking that they're a bucket of water and you're trying to tip water out the back of your bucket, and inhale to come back to the starting position. This is a lovely position to complete posterior pelvic tilts in, because again it takes the strain and gravity out from your spine, so it can be really good if you have been experiencing back pain during pregnancy. So inhale to relax. We've got 1 more here. So I want you to exhale as you tilt your hips underneath and squeeze that ball between your knees. Inhale as you release the ball and you bring your hips back to neutral. We're now going to complete some glute bridges. So we're going to lift our hips completely off of the floor as we squeeze that ball between our knees, and we're then going to slowly lower them back down. This time we're going to add an arm reach. So I want you to take your arms overhead. I want you to lift your hips up off of the floor, squeeze the ball between your knees. I want you to then release the ball and then slowly lower your hips back down, and then finally lower your arms back down. So again, I want you to exhale as you lift your hips off the floor as you squeeze the ball, and then inhale to come back down. Exhale to bring your arms back down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to lift your hips off the floor as you take your arms overhead. Squeeze the ball between your knees. Inhale to lower your hips back down, and exhale to bring your arms back down. Inhale to take your arms overhead. Exhale to lift your hips off the ground. Squeeze the ball between your knees, and then inhale to bring your hips back down, and exhale to bring your arms back down. We've got 8 in total, so you've got a few more in this position. Take your arms overhead, lift your hips off the floor, squeeze the ball between your knees, and then slowly lower your hips back down and bring your arms back overhead, making sure not to flare our ribs in this position. So thinking that we've got a spring between our ribs and our hips at the front, and they are maintaining a nice taut position throughout. You also want to make sure you're hugging your baby, so to avoid any extra pressure going through your back, and trying not to overarch your spine as you lift your hips off the floor. Bring your arms back down, and we're now going to roll over onto our side and come back up into standing nice and carefully. We are going to place the ball again between our knees. Make sure that our feet are hip width apart, and we're going to complete some squats with an overhead reach. So I want you to send your hips backwards as if you were sitting down onto a chair, keeping that ball between your knees the entire time. You don't need to overly squeeze the ball throughout this movement, but just make sure you've got some tension on it, keeping those arms nice and straight as you lift them up to shoulder height and looking straight in front of you. We've got 8 squats in this position. So taking it nice and slow, 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up. Inhaling as you come down into the squat, and exhaling as you push back up into standing. We're now going to come down into that squat again, and we're going to hold it, and this time we're going to squeeze the ball between our knees for 8 pulses. So keeping low in your squat throughout these pulses, and making sure to breathe naturally, then coming back up into standing. We're now going to come back down into that squat position, and we're going to take some pulses, and each time we pulse we're going to lift one of our heels off the floor. So you're going to lift your right heel and lower, and left heel and lower. Right heel and lower. Keep pulsing into that squat. Left heel and lower. Right heel and lower. and coming back up into that standing position. We are now going to place the ball to one side, and we're going to take our resistance band. Make sure it's not too heavy and that you have it tied to something that's roughly at chest height, so a doorknob is a really good option for this. We're then going to step out so the resistance band has some tension on it, soft bend in the knee, and we're going to press our hands forwards into pal-off press. So this is a really good anti-rotation movement for the core, so really good for contracting and engaging the core muscles. So I want you to press the resistance band forwards and make sure that your body does not twist at all. You stay in a really nice straight line. Now keep your arms extended out, and we're going to take some squats in this position. So again, we don't want the resistance band to rotate our body in towards it. We want to keep our arms extended directly out in front of us as we complete 8 squats. So inhale to squat down, exhale as you come back into the standing position, inhale to squat down and exhale to come back up into the standing position. Now we're going to repeat the entire series on the other side. So starting with those pal-off press, you've just got a slight bend in the knee, and we're going to press that resistance band forwards and bring it back in towards our chest. Exhale as you press it forwards, inhale to come back into your chest. We've got 5 more here. Exhale to press, inhale to come back in, exhale to press, inhale to come back in, exhale to press, inhale to come back in, exhale to press, inhale to come back in. Now I want you to hold the arms extended and take those squats, so sending your hips backwards as if you're sitting down on a chair, making sure to hold that resistance band nice and taut and not let it try and rotate your body at all, keeping a really nice stable frame. This is really, really good exercise for the core and for the leg muscles, which are going to be really supportive around that pelvis if you have been experiencing pelvic girdle pain. We are now finished with the resistance band, so you can step back in and leave that to one side. We're going to come back onto our mat to complete the stretching part of this workout. So taking a nice deep breath in, and we're going to roll down through our spine to come back down onto the floor. I want you to lower one knee down at a time and come into a single leg straddle position. So I want you to place your left leg out extended to the side of you and keep your right leg bent. We're then going to take a nice deep breath in, take our arm overhead, and then we're going to reach over the left leg to get a nice stretch into those adductor muscles and into our side body, which we've worked quite hard in this workout. Hopefully your pelvic girdle is feeling really nice and supported, and none of these exercises have aggravated it any further. Take a nice deep breath in this position, and then we're going to come back up and we're going to swap sides. So I want you to bring your left leg in towards you and extend your right leg out to the side. Take a nice deep breath in as you take your left arm overhead and stretch over your right leg, and nice deep breaths in this position, really trying to relax into the movement, to relax the adductor muscles, your inner thigh muscles, the muscles around your hips and your pelvis, and of course the side body. So we're going to hold it here for another deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, trying to stay as relaxed as possible in this stretching section of the workout. Coming back up to the center, we're now going to take both legs out to the side into a double leg straddle stretch. Sit up nice and tall and hold this position if that feels like enough of a stretch for you, but if you can come down onto your forearms to feel an even deeper stretch into those adductor muscles, those inner thigh muscles, then please be my guest. And if you want to bring your forehead down towards the floor, maintaining a nice neutral spine, then please go for it if you are flexible enough to do so. We're going to hold this here for a few more deep breaths in and out. A deep breath in and exhale out. We're just releasing any tension around that pelvic girdle and around those inner thigh adductor muscles. Our workout today is now complete. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I hope to bring you some more pregnancy friendly workouts.